Okay, I have an original effect to share with you today. It uses just 10 cards, okay? And as you can see, I have a good selection of card values, suits, and colors here. So why don't we go ahead and gather these up, okay? Now, since we both saw the cards, why don't we go ahead and randomize them. So I'll perform, it's called the Klondike Shuffle. Great way to mix cards. And then maybe I'll follow that up with a Mange Shuffle. Also a great way to mix the cards. And then finally, maybe we'll do something called the Charlier 1. And I can add a link in the description below. It's a great little way to shuffle cards. So I'm going to deal out half of them, 3, 4, 5. In fact, you're free to choose either one of these as yours. So which one would you like? The left one? Okay. Now this is also kind of a do-as-I-do effect. I've had another do-as-I-do fairly recently, but this is a completely different routine. And so what we're going to do is, let me just demonstrate what we do with each of our packets independently. We take a look at the top card. Okay, so it's a 4. And so what you do is you move 4 cards to the bottom, one at a time. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then discard the next card. Maybe I'll put it down here. That will be my throwaway pile. Okay. And then you do the same. Go ahead and just look at the top card. It's a 3. So you would go 1, 2, 3, and throw away that card. Maybe we'll put it over here away from mine so we don't get confused. And then I'll take a look at mine. That's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw away that one. Okay. And then you do the same. Yours is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Throw away the next card. And we're getting there. We're almost done. An ace is a 1. So you just go 1, throw away. And what about yours? A 3. 1, 2, 3. Throw that away. And I think we just have one more here. So what's mine? A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw away that next top card. And then what's yours? An ace. 1. And then throw away that next top card. Okay. So we have what are called lone survivors here. Okay, so we have 2 lone survivors. Let me move the discard piles off the table. Okay. Now off to the side, I've had a written prediction and camera view the whole time. So let's just take a look at what the written prediction says should be the case here. Despite all of that randomizing of the cards, you choosing which pile to work with, even the card values being a diverse group to work with. So the 2 cards will match in color. Okay, is that true? Okay, I think maybe you saw this ahead of time. Ace of Diamonds was going to be apparently the lone survivor. Ace of Hearts, yes. The 2 cards will match in color. Oh, there's more here? Oh, they will also match in value, which they do. They're both aces. Is there like a third? Oh, there is a third part. They will be the Ace of Hearts and the Ace of Diamonds. Whoa, how is that even possible? Okay, so if you do everything that I did here, this will work for you perfectly. Let me point out that when we had the 2 piles, and you chose one of them, and I got the remaining one, I just want to point out that I forgot that I was going to Charlier shuffle each of those independently. So you could do that, and I just forgot to do it. Equally powerful, you could have the spectator individually cut their packet and complete the cut, and they could also cut your packet and complete the cut. Okay, so you can Charlier shuffle either one or randomly cut them before you go into this, what's called a Generalized Australian Shuffle. That's where you look at the top value, and then you move that many cards to the bottom, and then you discard the next one. And then the lone survivor of that ended up being a pair of cards that perfectly matched our prediction. That is amazing. Okay, well, I've given away part of the secret. The packet I set up was the, quote, concatenation. So that means you just stack them together. Essentially 2 piles of 5 cards each, stacked on top of each other, gave us that pile of 10, where each of those groups of 5 has as the lone survivor for this generalized Australian shuffle the 2 red aces. One has the ace of diamonds as the lone survivor of that tucking under and then discarding procedure, and the other one has the ace of hearts as the lone survivor. And the amazing thing is that is undisturbed, well, by everything that we did before, which is amazing. But even, as I mentioned, before we go into that moving of cards to the bottom and then discarding, you can actually freely cut each packet before doing that. Okay? And so these are called translation-invariant sequences, those 2 piles of 5 cards each. They're made up of card values that constitute translation-invariant sequences, which simply means you can cut those packets wherever you like and then go through this Australian shuffle elimination process, and they will always finish with the lone survivors being these 2 cards, which enables you to write a prediction ahead of time and be 100% confident that you will succeed. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.